Let's be honest. Getting older has its, let's call them perks and quirks. The knees creak, the mirror's a little less friendly, and don't even get me started on remembering why you walked into the kitchen. But here's what nobody tells you. There are benefits to being older. Real, surprising benefits. And if you know where to look, this season of life can actually be richer than the ones before. So today, I want to walk you through 6 unexpected benefits of aging. And I promise, at least one of these will make you say, well, I never thought of it like that. And listen, stick with me through all 6, because the last one, that one might just change how you feel about growing old altogether. Benefit number 1. You've got nothing left to prove. When you were younger, life was a constant contest. Think back, it felt like everything was about keeping up. Who had the better job, the bigger house, the newer car? You worried about what the neighbors thought of your lawn. You stressed about what your co-workers thought of your clothes. You tried to impress people at church, at work, even at the grocery store. And if we're being honest, it was exhausting, wasn't it? Like running in a race you didn't even remember signing up for. But now you've crossed that finish line. You've done your part. You've worked hard, raised families, paid bills, sacrificed, hustled, worried. And you don't need to prove a thing to anyone anymore. That's freedom, real freedom. If you want to wear comfortable shoes instead of stylish ones, you wear them, and you don't care if someone doesn't like it, because nobody's opinion matters more than your comfort. If you want to say what you really think at the dinner table, you say it. If you don't feel like impressing anyone, you don't. And the best part? You don't feel guilty about it. You know who you are. You know what matters, and you know what doesn't. Younger people are still running themselves ragged, trying to prove they're successful, or popular, or good enough. But you're done with that game. You already know your worth. And here's the beautiful irony. While they're still out there competing, you're sitting back enjoying life without the pressure. You've traded the rat race for peace. That, right there, is one of the sweetest benefits of age. The freedom to just be you. No mask, no performance, no contest. Just real, authentic living. Benefit number 2, the freedom of time. Let me take you back for a moment. Remember those years when weekends weren't really weekends? Saturday morning meant kids' soccer games, errands, groceries, laundry. Sunday was cooking, catching up on chores, and mentally bracing yourself for Monday. Your time never really belonged to you. And weekdays, forget it. The alarm clock dictated your mornings, the boss dictated your afternoons, and family obligations filled up your evenings. You squeezed yourself into the cracks of your own schedule. But now, everything has changed. Now you can actually wake up and say, what do I want to do today? Want to sit with your coffee for an hour, watching the birds outside the window? Do it. Want to take a nap in the middle of the afternoon, just because you feel like it? Who's going to stop you? Nobody. Want to read a book cover to cover without feeling guilty? Go ahead, you've earned it. That is freedom. And let's be clear, younger people dream of it. They fantasize about retirement, about someday finally having time. But you don't have to dream. You're living it right now. And here's the beautiful part. The world may still move fast, rushing with deadlines and hustle, but you don't have to match its speed anymore. You get to move at your speed. And that's not slowing down. That's savoring. Think about it. Real wealth isn't just money. It's time. Time to think, time to rest, time to enjoy, time to connect. And you, right now, are richer in time than you've ever been in your whole life. That, my friends, is a benefit no paycheck, no promotion, no bank account could ever give you. And it's one of the greatest gifts of growing older. Benefit number 3. You see through the nonsense. One of the greatest benefits of age, you get a built-in nonsense filter. When you were younger, everything felt urgent, didn't it? Every bill, every argument, every wrinkle in the plan. Someone didn't like you? It kept you up at night. Your boss frowned at you in a meeting? You carried it for days. The kid's school project was late. You thought the world was ending. But now, you've lived long enough to see how it all plays out. You've been through enough storms to know most of them pass. And the things that once kept you awake at night, Now you barely even blink at. You don't waste energy chasing every new trend. You're not running after the latest gadget, the next fashion, the newest status symbol. Let the younger ones stress about that. You know better. You know it won't matter in the long run. And you definitely don't lose sleep over what other people think of you. Because let's be honest, half the time, they're too busy worrying about themselves to be thinking about you anyway. That's the beauty of age. You start seeing what's actually important. Peace, health, love, connection, a quiet morning coffee, a good laugh with a friend, the joy of watching your grandkids play. That clarity is priceless. It's wisdom money can't buy. It's perspective younger people don't have yet. While they're still running in circles, stressing over things that won't matter in 5 years, you're already living in the freedom of knowing what truly counts. And let me tell you, that's not just a benefit of aging. That's a superpower. Benefit number 4. Relationships get real. Here's something most people don't expect. The older you get, the better your relationships become. Think back to your younger years. Your life was crowded with people. Co-workers you had to smile at. Neighbors you barely knew. Acquaintances you kept up with out of politeness. Friends of friends you didn't even like, but you tagged along because that's what everyone was doing. And let's be honest, half of them brought drama, competition, stress. You had to keep up appearances, juggle personalities, and sometimes bite your tongue just to keep the peace. But now life feels different. You don't have the energy or the patience for fake friendships. You've trimmed the fat. These days, you choose to spend time with people who actually matter. The ones who make you laugh until your cheeks hurt. The ones you can sit with in silence and still feel comfortable. The ones who ask how you're doing and actually care about the answer. And you know what happens when you clear out the noise? Your relationships get richer. Conversations go deeper. Hugs feel warmer. Time together feels precious instead of routine. That's something younger people don't understand yet. They think more friends equals more happiness. But you know the truth. It's not about the number of people around your table. It's about who's sitting in the chairs. Fewer people, but better people. That's not a loss. That's a win. And it's one of the sweetest benefits of growing older. Benefit number 5. You can finally be yourself. Let's talk about one of the most underrated benefits of age. You can finally, unapologetically, be yourself. Think about it. For most of your life, you played roles. You were the responsible parent, making sure the kids had everything they needed. You were the hard worker, showing up on time, doing the job, paying the bills. You were the problem solver, the caretaker, the one people leaned on. And sometimes, you were even the peacemaker, smiling, nodding, keeping the peace even when you didn't feel like it. And let's be honest, that was exhausting. You spent decades putting on masks, making sure everyone else was okay, worrying about how you were seen. But now, that pressure is gone. You've earned the right to live as your real self. You don't have to be perfect mom or reliable dad anymore. You don't have to chase promotions, impress your boss, or keep up with the Joneses. You don't even have to pretend to enjoy people you don't. You get to say what you really think. You get to laugh at what you really find funny. You get to spend your days how you want to spend them, not how you're expected to. And the best part? You don't feel guilty about it. That's not decline. That's freedom. That's the reward for all the years you spent carrying the load, playing the roles, doing the hard work. Now, you get to just be you. Fully, authentically, beautifully you. And trust me, that's something younger people secretly dream of. But they don't get it yet. You do. And that, my friends, is one of the greatest benefits of aging. Benefit number 6, legacy and meaning. And here's the big one, legacy. You see, legacy isn't just about leaving behind money or a name on a building. It's about the imprint you've made on people's hearts, the stories you've told, the lessons you've passed on, the traditions you've kept alive. You've lived through history. You've seen things younger generations can only read about. You've done things, built things, survived things they can't even imagine. And now, all of that, every scar, every laugh line, every memory, becomes a gift you can hand down. That recipe your grandmother whispered to you in the kitchen? That's legacy. The bedtime story you told your kids night after night until they knew it by heart? Legacy. The way you handled your mistakes, owned them, and grew from them? Legacy. Even the smallest things matter more than you think. A phrase you say all the time, a photo you keep on the shelf, a habit you pass down without even realizing it. These things become the threads that tie generations together. And here's the truth. This is the season of life where you stop being just a branch on the family tree, and you become the roots, the anchor, the place where the story begins. The world needs your stories. They don't just connect us to the past. They guide the future. Your laughter, your struggles, your wisdom. They ripple outward, shaping the lives of people who haven't even been born yet. And when you realize that, you stop seeing age as decline. You stop thinking of yourself as slowing down. Instead, you see yourself as impact, as influence, as living proof that a well-lived life is never wasted because it keeps echoing long after you're gone. That, my friends, is legacy. And it might just be the most powerful benefit of all. So the next time someone says getting old is all about aches and losses, remember this. It's also about freedom, clarity, deeper relationships, authenticity, and leaving behind something that lasts. Aging isn't fading away. It's stepping into a stage where you can finally live with nothing left to prove. Now, I want to hear from you. In the comments, tell me one unexpected benefit you've discovered about getting older. Your story might inspire someone else watching right now. And if this video made you think differently about aging, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with a friend who could use a reminder that their best years aren't behind them. Because you're not just old, you're seasoned, you're valuable, you're evolving, and that's something to be proud of.